Good morning, party people. It is hump day. I got the mic in my hair. Um, I could put on my glasses, but I don't need to wear sunglasses because it is a gloomy 61 degrees cold. It's a little cold. Um, so yeah, I want to talk about something triggering again. It's not celebrity news. This is actually real. Um, I didn't write down the details because I didn't want to get caught up in the story and the details because it's pretty basic. I want to talk about the feelings and everything. So, quick summary, not to disrespect this woman, but like her friend or family of the friend said, I don't want to put too much attention on what this man did and they want to spotlight her. So, anyway, she was with this man. She seems like an older woman because her children that are not by him are 22, 19, and 14. So she's got to be an older woman, right? Um with a 22-year-old, at least over 40. She looked it about 40, 45, 45. She's been with this man for 2 years. They've been married since February of 2023. That's it. She's dead. I mean, he killed her. And this is her husband. She has the same last name. Apparently, she found a video on his phone of him having sex with another man. She uploads the video to this site called Get Your Man or Who's Your Man. If you grew up in my era and you was about that internet life, there was a site called girldon'tdatehim.com. Like literally girldon'tdatehim.com. And it was definitely fostered out of these men who would target a certain type of woman and cheat on them or have babies that they didn't take care of or babies on the way. Anyway, every time I went out on the site, I would search. They would put up real names, phone number. You could search by phone number, um, username on certain sites like Black Planet, Gente. You were looking for a Latin thing, or any of those. There was other ones that came out later, like Plenty of Fish and stuff. I never used that, but anyway, that site has saved me quite a bit of times. And because I'm such a shady queen, I would go out with you anyway. If you was on that site, I would go out with you, make you buy me food, take me out. You would not get no buns, you would get no play. Like that was it. Like I would use you the same way you used women. So anywho, this woman uploads the video to this site it's definitely a girldon'tdatehim.com situation. She files for divorce, serves him with divorce papers, and is starting to sell the house. Like this marriage is done. It's all the way done. He gets served with the papers, confronts her. There's an altercation, a fight, altercation. They was probably fucking scrapping. And I'm going to tell you why. He goes to grab her gun. He claims to hit her with it. The gun goes off. She locks herself in the room and he breaks down the door as she's trying to climb out the window and continue to shoot at her. She's shot in the head, the torso, multiple gunshot wounds to this woman. Okay? Now let me tell you why they were scrapping. They only been married since February, and since they've been married since February, they've already had domestic violence calls to that house. There was already domestic violence situations already. And here's my theory. You didn't want her. You want dick. Okay? You didn't want her. You wanted to use her as a beard, and you wanted to go out and do whatever the fuck you wanted to do anyway. And just mask your homosexuality with this woman. And as a woman with 3 children in their 20s, 19 and 14-year-olds, she's not about to waste no fucking time with you. Now, is there a problem with a bisexual man married to a heterosexual woman? Not at all. Not at all. You have to let them know that you are a bisexual man. And and you have to be open and honest with your sexuality when you are engaging with a relationship with someone. You have to. As now, do you have to say that outright? No, unless you are not the biological sex that you appear to be. You don't have to go out and say, I like to have sex with men and have sex with women. No, you don't say that on the first date. You could say that when it's starting to get serious, third, fourth, fifth date. Y'all talking about, being exclusive and yada, yada, yada. But you definitely have to say something before feelings get too deep. Now, being bisexual is not an open hall pass to go fuck other people while you with me. You still have to be monogamous. It just means you have a sexual attraction and you have had sexual relations with men and women. But if you are in a monogamous relationship, you are only supposed to be having sex with that person. You don't then get to have a wife and go fuck niggas unless she is okay with it. Now, there are marriages where you're allowed. That's fine. That is established between two people. There's nothing wrong with your sexuality as long as you're transparent about it. Now, I'm not saying that if you are on the down low, I understand. I'm not stupid. Why a lot of black straight men are on the DL, are on the down low. I get it. And do you have to go around telling all the women that you like to have sex with men? No. But if you are pursuing a relationship with a woman and it is getting serious, you have to let her know. Because you are then robbing her of the decision to be with you. Not everybody is as cool as me. Now, if my husband, after a decade of marriage and 13 years of being together in total, if my husband told me that he has had sex with men, I would be upset. Would that be a deal breaker to me? No, but I would be upset. Not because he did it, because he didn't tell me and he kept that from me. Now, different situation. Comes to me and says, I have never acted on these feelings. I'm now starting to have feelings of attraction for men. Okay, what does that mean? Because being attracted to somebody and wanting to be with somebody is two different things. I am, case in point, extremely attracted to, oh my God, his name just flew out of my mouth. Aquaman. Terrible actor, by the way. Fine. Okay, Lisa Bonet's ex-husband. I am extremely attracted to him. Something about a big white presenting Samoan, it just does something to me, right? But I don't want to have sex with him. I would not want to have sex with him. He is like a beautiful, beautiful wedding cake that only a piece of it is real for the bride and groom to do the cake cutting, and then they cut a regular, degular, schmegler BJ sheet cake in the back and give it out to the guests. Aesthetically, he is very nice to look at to me. Not something I would want to have sex with. That is that, so that's an example, right? So I would ask my husband, what does that mean? Are you attracted to them? Do you want to have sex with them? Do you want to be with them? And that is a discussion that we need to have, because if he sexually wants to be with men, then I have the right to make that decision to continue the marriage or to end the marriage. Or he has the decision to say, well, really want to act on these feelings. And I could say, well, you cannot act on them being married to me. And then he has the decision to make on if he's going to stay with me and be monogamous and not have sexual relations with anybody, or to divorce me. It's all about choices. And that's why I'm giving all of these examples in context. Like, there's nothing wrong with evolving as a person. Your tastes change, your sexual preferences change, everything changes. Or even if you had them before you got with me, nothing is wrong with that. It is the open communication and honesty that she was robbed of. You took that away from her. You took that choice away from her, and you were selfish. So you find out she's going to get a divorce. And do I think his intention was to kill her? I don't think so. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he shot at her. He said it went off by accident. He shot at her. And when he shot at her, she got away. And I think he was like, oh, all that business is going to be put out there. So initially, no, I don't think so. But now, you dumb fuck, all your tea is out there already. All your tea is out there already. Everybody already knows what you did in the bedroom, and that you murdered your wife because you couldn't take being outed. And let me tell you something, that's where the domestic violence come in. I think a lot of it is the hate and vitriol that these men have for these women, because that is not who you want to be with. You have too many kids with her, you stuck. Financially, you would be in ruin. So you just have to stay with her, and you're bitter and angry about it, and you're fucking terrorizing her and your family. Or you really want to be with a man, and you're scared about how the church is going to look at you, how your parents are going to look at you, how everything is going to change. But you hate the fact that you have to be with her. You hate the fact that you have to fake it and sleep with her. You hate the fact that she's complaining because you haven't touched her in months or even years. You hate it. So you're terrorizing her and you're terrorizing the family. That's what I mean. There's another part to this, and I'm trying to be sensitive. That's why I am not speaking the way I really, really want to speak, because I know a part of his doing what he did is a societal issue, not to explain it away or justify it away. I am an objectivist. If the Black community was more lenient and forgiving and open and accepting when it comes to Black men and homosexuality, he wouldn't have felt the need to have been on the DL. The DL would not even be a thing. But I'm going to be completely and transparently honest. The Black church is the most toxic when it comes to Black men and homosexuality. Black women too. Black women be the first one to throw it up in your face. You fucking faggot. Da, 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 da. Yep, I've seen it, and I'm calling it out. When we get mad at you or you don't want us, we're quick to call you a faggot. We're quick to use being gay as a derogatory thing instead of it just being on the same level as being straight. That's what they do. Do I do that? No, I don't think you should weaponize anybody's sexuality. I hear the word gay, and it does the same thing to me as when I hear the word straight. No different to me. Like, you don't have to introduce me to someone and go, oh, this is Catherine. She's a lesbian. No, you don't gotta do that. This is Catherine. She has 4 cats and a wife or a girlfriend, and I'm gonna figure out that she's a fucking lesbian. Or it doesn't even matter what she is to me. She is Catherine with 4 cats, and her partner is a woman. I don't care. Like, no, I'm lying. I care because I definitely want to watch. However, I don't care as far as it doing anything for me. I don't. It does absolutely nothing for me to know that you're a lesbian, unless you're inviting me into the bedroom and I could sip my organic wine with low sulfites with a candle, preferably like a juniper breeze scent, and just watch as you two have the most softest, sensualist sex ever. Right? Other than that, it really doesn't matter. Just like this is Catherine. She has 4 cats, and this is her husband, Greg. This is her partner, Greg. Does the same thing to me. Is that the majority of the Black American community, especially from the South? Absolutely fucking not. I'm an outlier. I am an outlier, unfortunately. Now, as the generation progresses and these kids grow up to be adults, there's going to be more of me because this new generation is way more accepting and they are just commingling genders and sexuality. The 1990 80s and aboves, no, they are not. No. So I do understand the hostility that he had for being outed, the fear he had of being outed because of society. Still didn't warrant what he did, right? You just take that L. You're outed. And what? Take that loss, buddy. People could say she was wrong for uploading it, but here's why I'm gonna say she was not. You are married. It's not your girlfriend. It's not your fuck buddy. This is your wife. I am in the firm belief when you are married, there are no secrets because you are seen as one person. That's why you do your taxes together. That's why everybody in the house has the same name. That's why if you're in financial situation, it falls on your spouse. That's why when you are in the court, you do not have to testify against your spouse if you are married. That's why if you are married and your spouse is locked up and your state and municipality allows it, you are allowed to have conjugal visits. There are benefits and rules and things you have to give up when you are married, and secrets is one of them. Now, are you allowed to your personal space, your personal time? Yes. Secrets? Absolutely not. No. Secrets like that? No. No, no, no. You know what secrets you can hold? Secrets that aren't detrimental to the family. You went to the store and you bought $100 pair of shoes. Unless you need that $100 to pay the rent, you're fine. You a man, you bought another fitted cap after she told you don't buy another one. You went and bought another one. How much a fitted cap? $50. You guys are not losing out anything on $50. You're fine. Keeping your sexuality a secret, having a video of you on your phone having sex with another man, and it didn't specify the timeline if it was an old video or a recent video, but however, it was special to you because one, you recorded it, and two, it was still on your motherfucking phone. That is not a secret that you keep. But anyway, going back to should she have uploaded it, I'm saying yes, because there is a whole hashtag movement on this story. And this is why I am spotlighting this story, because trust and believe this shit happens all day. It happens all the time. Okay? The most deadly thing to a black woman is a black man. Okay? So, yes, she should have uploaded it because there is now a hashtag movement, know who you married. Yes, there are people out there by the hundreds of thousands who are blaming her for not knowing the man she was married to. Yes, I am serious. That the onus and the blame is on her because she should have known he was on the DL and she should have made that decision. And now she's dead and it's her fault. Yes, God. She should have known she was married. How is she going to know she's on the DL? Well, I guess she has to upload this kind of video so that if he went to try to marry another woman, that woman could do her research and her due diligence and find out that he was on the DL and not marry him. But unfortunately, that site is down. I wonder why. Because we love to protect the predator in this country. We protect the predator. We don't protect the victim. We are very reactive. We are not proactive. Okay, so we're reactive. He killed her. He goes to jail for life with all the pussy he can handle. Instead of being proactive and having a database of men who lie, cheat, steal, scam on the DL, that we could do our due diligence and research. No, we're not proactive in this country. We are reactive. So you cannot say that she was wrong for uploading the video and outing him and then turn around and say she should have did her research. She should have known he was on the DL before she married him. Again, we don't hold men accountable. And let me tell you something. The majority of these comments, in full transparency and my objectivism, were from women. Were from women. I know my man. Do you? Do you? I know my man as far as I could fucking throw him. And I can't even pick up that big, hairy, yellow leg. All I have to do is put my... how could I put it? Notice the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. Open your eyes. Don't make excuses. Do I trust my husband? I'm going to say yes. You know why? I know in my last video I said put your trust in a nigga silly hole how you figure. But that's even like diluted because I have to. I cannot live my life worrying about the potential of what he might or might not do. That is not a good place to live. So yes, there is a level of I'm not going to hyper focus on this shit. I'm just going to let him keep, doing his life and I'm going to keep doing mine and I'm not going to over obsess of what he might or might not be doing. The man tell me he go to work, he going to go to work. In the 13 years we've been together, how many years we worked? About two, I think it was about 4 years total. We worked and commuted to the same job. I knew where he was, he knew where I was, no worries. When I then got another job, I wasn't around him anymore. And I still, observant. The man get out of work at 3 o'clock, like right as rain, he was home by 3:30. And if he wasn't home by 3:30, he was working overtime. And he told me, I'm doing this, whatever, whatever, whatever. And the overtime was reflective on his check, right? Not even his check, because I didn't see his pay stubs, but I knew the money coming in because I used it to pay the bills, right? So the check had the overtime in it. So it's not like he's lying about overtime, right? So now he has another job where he don't clock in and out. He's salaried. I'm working late. Da, 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 da. I never got any red flags. Nothing. Never got any red flags. And I just kept my eyes open. So women intuition is a motherfucker. And if I ever got that inkling or thought, yes, we would talk about it. There was a situation at his old job where it was a lot of pettiness, a lot of bullshit, a lot of lies. And there was rumors going around that my husband was having an affair with somebody. And I still didn't get that. No. I asked him, I saw the girl. I looked at him. I was very much so pregnant. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Like, no, it's a rumor. It's a lie. It just wasn't a thing. So, and it never came back to me. It was just something that was going around in the office because they were all sleeping with each other. And I guess it was alien for my husband not to be sleeping with them. Because he's attractive. Let me put that out there. He's attractive. Very good looking. He's very attractive. So yeah. And Where was I going? Oh, knowing who you're with, right? I'm going to go and say that being an older woman, 3 kids, I'm just going to throw it out there, probably 3 different daddies. You're with a man for 2 years, you marry him right away. I know the pool of men was very thin, and you settled for the first one that gave you some attention. And I'm also going to say that those type of men seek out those type of women. If I could get more of the backstory, I would really, really bet money that he was a hobosexual, including a homosexual. That he was a hobosexual and goes with these low self esteem, very established women to use them. I've seen it. You don't think you could get anybody. He's there. You know, any man is better than no man type mentality. Or he's with you despite the fact that you got 3 kids and you're an older woman and you've hit the wall according to the manosphere. You've hit the wall. You're full of baggage. You're a low vibrational woman. Yada 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 yada. I'm lucky to have him type bullshit. I'm not really an emotional person. I'm not an empath, but there is a sense of relief that I dodged that bullet. Because, truth be told, that probably was the trajectory, whatever. That was where my life was going. The trajectory. Oh my God. This speech is speeching today. Last couple of weeks, like my speech been really off. That is where my life was going. That was probably the road I was destined to take based on my origin story, what I was around, what my aesthetic was, what I looked like, being fat and black, um, low self esteem, no daddy in the house, easy victim if I wasn't smart. And I'm not talking about book smart. I'm talking about street smart. And oh, look, there's a deer. Street smart and um able to, how could I put it? Able to see signs, identify patterns of behavior, right? And not having tunnel vision and just like, here, look here, don't look anywhere else. Like, I remember one time I was dating this guy and it was Valentine's Day and he gave me a rose, single rose for Valentine's Day. And I said, nigga, did you buy this? No, no, no. I didn't say it to him. Just a single rose. In no paper. No, it wasn't like it was a single rose in that cellophane paper with the baby's breath, just one rose. No, just one single dangly rose. That's it. And I said to myself, this nigga got this out of 12 pack and it's probably making his rounds, giving each of us one fucking rose out of this dozen he done bought. That's how my mind thinks. Like, it's not a single rose that you went out and bought that it was wrapped up and it was made to be presented as a single rose. It was literally a single naked rose. I said, this is from a 12 pack. Okay. It's like when you go into the bodega and you buy a soda and it says multi-pack, not for individual sale, and they selling it for individual sale. That is exactly what that fucking rose was. That rose said not for individual sale. and he gave it to me. Okay, that's my mind, and that's why I think I did not follow that trajectory line of this woman, because that fucking would have been me. That could have been me. Like that should have been me if I didn't have this sixth sense. Um, Even with my husband, when I ask my husband a question, I don't ask my husband a question to get the answer. I already know the motherfucking answer. I'm asking you to see how the fuck you gonna weasel your way out of this. Okay? So I can learn your behavioral pattern. That's why I don't ask this nigga no questions no more. I just know he's lying. And he know I know he's lying. And he be lying about the stupidest shit. Like what did he do? You used the last of the toilet paper? No. No. But you took a shit. I used the baby wipes. I use the baby wipes. This nigga don't like a wet butt. He don't like a wet butt. I know you lying. Use the last of it. Shit like that, you know? So there's a lot of people here. So I got to work early. That's why I'm sitting here chilling. But there's a lot of cars. Were we supposed to come in early? Oh Lord, let me wrap up this video. Um, it's really sad when I heard that black black the most dangerous thing to a black woman is a black man. And when I first heard that, I gave it like the side eye, like what? But it's true. White men aren't killing us. Our children aren't killing us. The cops are not killing us. It's our own men. Fucking something to think about.